No. My sibling, my big brother. はい。で、これ買っていい鍋の具材をかけて。
It started simply walking by a quiet river in Kyoto. We thought we had booked a ryokan, but what we actually found was a life, a village, and an invitation to slow down. Some stays are just bookings, places you pass through, rooms you forget. But some stays, they'd stay with you. It was a window into a way of life we never wanted to leave, and I still remember every moment of it. Ryokan Chatani stood there, gently nestled in the village, its wooden beams holding stories, its paper walls breathing in time. The host welcomed us like old friends, with quiet smiles, soft gestures, and a genuine happiness to share their home with us. Before we could even put our bags down, they gently handed us yukatas to wear, which are traditional robes carefully folded and offered with a patience that made us feel instantly at ease. Stepping inside felt like stepping out of the fast world. Shoes off, quiet footsteps on wooden floors. There was no music, no background noise, no rush. Our room had no bed, no chairs, just soft tatami mats and a little tea set waiting patiently for us. It was a kind of simplicity that didn't feel empty. It felt whole. It was as if the space was asking us to slow down, to pay attention, to truly arrive. The men's onsen had a playful Campbell's soup design with quirky touches that made Najan smile the moment he stepped in. In Japanese culture, visiting the onsen is more than just bathing. It's a ritual of cleansing, of slowing down, of connecting to the moment with your entire body. Our ryokan had private onsens for men and women, each carefully designed with its own theme. The women's onsen felt completely different. Soft pinks, warm lighting, a quiet, almost luxurious elegance. Even the restrooms in the ryokan carry these thoughtful, thematic details, which were small moments of personality that made the entire place feel alive. It reminded me that even in places of deep tradition, there's room for humor, for creativity, for joy. That evening, our host invited us for dinner. But this was no ordinary dinner. It was a ceremony. Dinner at a ryokan is not something you order. It's something you are part of. It is carefully prepared, presented, and shared, not as a service, but as an act of hospitality that carries the quiet power of generations of care. This is where Japanese etiquette shines, in the gentle placement of bowls, in the precise arrangement of chopsticks, in the quiet attentiveness that fills the room without needing a single word. Before the meal could begin, I carefully made tea, pouring it slowly as though the simple act of preparing it was quite a permission to settle in, to be fully present, to honor the pace of what was about to unfold. At the center of our table, they placed a beautiful hot pot. The arrangement was almost too perfect to disturb. Slices of tender meat, vibrant vegetables, delicate mushrooms, all perfectly balanced like a living painting. Our host prepared the hot pot right in front of us, gently sliding the meat into the bubbling broth, carefully adding vegetables one by one, and sharing the story of each ingredient as though they were old friends being introduced to us. Watching them cook wasn't just watching a meal being made. It was like witnessing a kind of peaceful dance, a slow, attentive art that was being performed just for us. There's a Japanese word, kodawari, which means the relentless pursuit of perfection, and I could feel it in every detail.
平面にここに
The meal unfolded in quiet waves. Crisp tempura, delicate miso soup, perfectly cooked noodles. Every flavor felt like it was placed exactly where it belonged. In Japan, even the smallest things carry their own ceremony.
これはね
ソイソース。
ビネガービネガーソイソース
The way tea is poured, the way bowls are handled, the way you pause before the first bite. It's not just politeness, it's an entire philosophy of being present, of honoring the people, the place, and the process. I sat there in wonder, trying to notice everything, trying to remember how this made me feel.
चलो खाना तो शुरू करो। ये पहले ये होगा ना?
Across from me, Nijansh smiled, his gratitude written all over his face. You don't need to know every word to understand when someone is welcoming you with their whole heart. It's a language you can feel.
नहीं
Our Ryokan stay became so much more than where we slept. It became a quiet reminder of the beauty in slowing down, the elegance in simplicity, and the perfection in the smallest details. The joy of being gently invited into someone else's world, even if it was just for a moment. When I think back to Japan, I remember many things. But this ryokan, this village, this dinner is the memory I return to most. If you love stories that make you slow down, places that invite you in, and moments that stay with you long after you have left, subscribe. There are more places like this waiting to be found, and we can't wait to share them with you.